Alright, back again with the CIC round of 64 match. We're in the home stretch now. I think I've only got like 8 or 9 games left to cover. And that may not mean anything to you because everything is on VOD, and so I have no idea in which order you're watching these, but here we've got Carter John taking on Sweet Like Ice. Sweet Like Ice is a team you should recognize. They went to the Hunter Season 2 playoffs. They are comprised of players who at one point played for the All Ready for a Miracle team, and which was apparently split into two, both Sweet Like Ice and Willowkeeper, aka Tree, who's quite a solid team as well. And Sweet Like Ice probably in that 5 through 10 spot in terms of the top teams in Han right now. Although with BMG, or sorry, the SG disbanding, they might have been higher. Of course, in case you hadn't heard, Sweet Like Ice did also break up. Adro, you might notice, is in the middle spot,
Rhapsody,
and he is now a member of Reason Gaming. So this team is no more, unfortunately. Too bad. They're a pretty solid squad while they were around, and we will not be seeing them again, but hopefully these players can find another home. There are enough players around right now that it seems like we could probably put 2 or 3 more competitive teams together comprised entirely of players whose names you probably should recognize. With both SG and Sweet Like Ice disbanding, there's some options there. Of course, there's typically some free agents that hang around. And one of those new teams is Excellent, of course, that has reformed. Be interesting to see how they do. But at this point, we've got bans done: Ophelia, Chronos, Tempest, and Parasite. Nothing crazy going out there. 3 junglers being taken out. On top of the Chronos, Sir Bensington is still available, so Chronos' partner in crime, I think you might call him, in terms of the suicide options that are just massively favored right now. And we'll see if that hero does get picked up. I expect that he will, but you never know. Carter John here, not a team that I know, and not a team of players that I've seen before, so we'll see how they do. But so far their picks are looking pretty solid, as we've got Rhapsody and Devourer, the first 2 selections. Rhapsody pretty much the consensus best support in the game, definitely worthy of a first pick. Devourer, their second selection, certainly a high pick in most games, and we'll see who plays him. Obviously, really good Devourers can be game-changing, not so good Devourers are less game-changing somewhat, but so far things are looking solid. Very possible to see that Rhapsody-Devourer combination in the middle lane. And considering that low over here on the Legion side banned both Ophelia and Tempest, I'm feeling like it's likely that we're not going to see a jungle strat out of them, perhaps more the 2 support type lineup, as we don't typically see junglers being banned and then jungles being picked up, but could happen. There's still a number of junglers on the board. Warbeastkeeper the 4th, Solstice, Legionnaire, all available. Cthulhuphant also fitting that mold. Hellborn selecting Wretched Hag with their second pick, so they're going for the versatility. Bubbles, Hag, and several other, really very few other heroes, mostly Kraken and DM, are heroes that can really fit in any of the 3 lanes. I'm not a huge fan of Bubbles in the short lane, but some teams do choose to run it with varying levels of success. Hag definitely much more suited for a short lane role if you choose to run that, but could also be run in the mid as an initiator type hero, as a ganker, or as a suicide. Bubbles can certainly be a ganker or a suicide as well, and Solstice will be the 3rd pick for the Legion side, as this hero is getting more and more attention recently as a viable option, both in the jungle and as fitting some strong lineups here. So I like the pick. I like the junglers. Always like to see that over a non-jungle lineup. Tends to work out better, and hopefully the Legion side will be able to turn that into a solid pick and an asset to their team. Waiting on a 3rd pick here for the Hellborn side, and I'm suspecting that they'll go a support option just so that not everything is banned out. Puppet Master, they do not do that, so I'm suspecting now that Legion's bans will be support focused, as they have a jungler picked up and their probably only support hero as well. So perhaps looking to take away Torturer, Empath, perhaps Nymphora, Aluna, Pyromancer, Engineer, Master of Arms. I would suspect that 3 of those heroes will be removed from the pool. They also have the first pick coming out, and you can see the soft pick here for Sir Bensington, so it would not surprise me whatsoever to see that first pick Sir Bensington coming out of the secondary banning phase if it is still available. Hellborn presumably already have their suicide, so they'll probably be looking to target that Bensington early on, along with other suicide options. Perhaps Pharaoh going to be taken out of the pool here, Kraken, Drunken Master, popular suicides, and we'll see what else. Pestilence is going to be the first ban here, though. Makes plenty of sense. Does it? Nope, no it doesn't. Never mind. Puppet Master could be running that support role. Probably not going to happen. So, Pesty ban, I don't really see that. I said it fitting into the Hellborn lineup if they were to run Puppet Master support, but we almost never see that. I think it's really, really super rare, and Galatia's going to be banned out here by the Hellborn. Do they know which team they're picking for? Because the Legion aren't looking for supports, they've got Solstice and Rhapsody, and the Hellborn aren't looking for mid-initiator heroes because they've already got 3 lane farmers and Pestilence can't jungle. Safe to say I'm confused at this point. I would prefer to see the Hellborn try to focus the supports and remove them from the pool, and Legion should be doing that. Hellborn should be taking these suicides out. Legion going to ban Keeper of the Forest makes plenty of sense there, obviously removing the jungle option. So that one, thank you, finally is somewhat sensible. And Drunken Master will also be eliminated. There we go, one of the suicide options that I mentioned earlier. Well done. So the two second bans are a little more logical, I think, than the first ones were, but Legion side looking for something to complement them. Probably a short lane ranged carry would definitely be very powerful here, something that could hold their own in the solo lane without anybody else. Carpet Disciple definitely fits that mold. Slither's a possibility, although I'm not a huge fan of it. And more jungle bans here as Warbeats gets taken out by the Legion side, waiting the last ban here from Hellborn. Sandwraith's an option. Valkyrie could work. Not too much, though, that really thrived in the short lane. I think Drunken Master would have suited this team very well. Oh, it would have given them another melee farmer, and that's perhaps a little bit questionable, especially if they do choose to go for CD or Sir Bensington. So CD ban is taken out. I like that ban a lot. I think that clearly they agree that would fit the Legion's lineup very, very well, and removing it is obviously a very significant positive for the Hellborn side. So they're soft picking the Bensington here. I think it's a great pick that would fit them extremely well. It will instead be a rally. I don't like that. Presumably that's going to be a Suicide Rally, and I'm not a huge fan of Suicide Rally. I'm not a huge fan of Rally. I just don't think he offers enough. The Compel is strong, the Seismic Slam is good, the Demoralizing Roar and his lane presence from Battle Experience, just not really spells that I value all that highly. It seems like other heroes have similar abilities that do better. Magmus chief among them. If you're going to pick a Rally, you might as well just pick a Magmus, because they do pretty much the same thing. Magmus' ultimate a little bit better than Rally's ultimate. The Compel very possibly better than the Lava Surge, just because the Compel can be used on your allies and not just yourself. But the Steam Bath, the Lava Touch, much better abilities for Magmus than the Battle Experience and Demoralizing Roar are for Rally. Spider going to be soft pick here. Yeah, I don't like that too much. I think they need to go for a short laner that has the ability to hang out by themselves. Hellborn pick up Swiftblade here, so we are going to see a support Puppet Master. Doctor Repulsor is going to be the selection, so that's going to mean a solo mid dev and a Doctor Rhapsody bot. At least I hope so, because Doctor really needs a partner. Excuse me, I have to stop this really a second. Okay, and this is... I'm back, technically. Doesn't mean anything to you, because this is a VOD and I've spliced this stuff together, but I just spent some time. It's Mother's Day today, so I was talking to my mom. Yay, moms! Who cares, right? And I figured I could put some...
Let's get it on.
Either dump that part and not care about all my analysis, redo it so this thing went together, but nope. Don't have time, not willing to do it, and we're just going to go straight into the game. So let's look at the teams here. Legion side picking up the Rally, Dr. Repulsor, Devourer, Solstice, and Rhapsody. Hellborn has Legionnaire, Righteous Hag, Puppet Master, Swiftblade, and Bubbles. So they are, in fact, going to run the support Puppet. That's pretty interesting, and I'd like to see how that does, because I do think that's a viable role for him. And perhaps this game with a heavily favored team on the Hellborn side, not such a big deal, but maybe won't tell us very much about how this hero actually will do in the future. But I'd still like to see how he does. Top lane is going to be Puppet and Swiftblade. Lego in the jungle. Hag looks like she's going middle, and Bubbles in the bot. So I approve of these lane setups. Make a ton of sense to me. Hellborn are going to go up against a mid dev, and no surprise, 2 in the bottom lane with Rhapsody supporting that Dr. Repulsor. Legion side perhaps recognizing their disadvantage slightly. And interesting ward placement here by Balthazar, choosing to put one on the side. Obviously, that's to be able to see Solstice coming if Dev's trying to set up a hook onto him to get a kill. And very possible that that ward will work out extremely well for him. Interesting that Legion has not tried to counterward the spawns of the Hellborn. Often, if you can get that easy camp blocked, then you can do quite a lot to shut down a Legionnaire, as he has difficulty taking camps that are not the easy camp until he's, level 2 or level 3. And he is going to be doing the excessive stacking. In case you don't know, there is a strategy where you can just massively stack these 3 camps and just substantially increase your farm. And as a result, LEGO can occasionally turn to that 400 plus GPM jungler relatively fast. It's quite impressive. But Hellborn looking good in the middle lane, good in the top lane, and perhaps less so in the bottom lane. Puppet Master already going to put some harass out onto Rally here. Not going to be in too much trouble, but he will be forced to take a health pot. Bubbles will shell surf on the way back, as Rhapsody is screaming with him already. Word of Sight also over here to see ganks incoming from Solstice. So they're really concerned about this Solstice and making sure that he does not have an impact in terms of ganking the lanes. Definitely a valid concern. Hag doing what she can to harass Devo. Off to the side here, Puppet Master going to put the show down under Rally, who's continuing to take a bunch of damage. Still only level 1. And taking yet more regen. Still has 4 tangos, 1 health pot, and a mana potion. So he should be relatively okay. Bubbles continuing to trade harass with Rhapsody here. And this is not going to end super well for him, so he needs to be careful about how this is going down. Will drop a health pot and shell surf off to the side. So he's really getting effectively harassed out here. Still has a health pot and 4 tangos, so just so much regen brought to this lane. And Raps is going to find it difficult to completely harass him out, but in the meantime, Dr. Repulsor having pretty much complete reform as a result of Rhapsody's continued efforts to keep Bubbles out of the lane. Middle lane, not going super well for Dev, 159, 60 gold per minute now, but Balthazar on that Wretched Hag only at 180, so not much better. On the other hand, Devour is out of regen now and continues to have the Haunt debuff applied to him, so this might become more and more of an issue as Dev is just forced out of lane by Wretched Hag and her continuous Haunt spams. And perhaps looking a little forward into the future here. Late game pretty much even. They've got both Hag and Swiftblade here on the Hellborn side. They counter that with Dr. Repulsor and Solstice for the Legion team. I'm thinking that the presence of the Rhapsody here on the Legion side might give them a bit of a late game advantage. That ultimate is just so valuable in late game team fights that I feel like it could make a pretty significant difference. Staccato Stun's going out here onto Bubbles. He will shell surf away. Solstice looking for the jump. He is going to find it actually. So he will have the stun here, but it's not going to matter. And in fact, he needs to be careful about this. Nope, Bubbles going to die.
For Queen and Country.
They're trying to draw the aggro here, and Solstice only has about 20 health, so are they going to be able to cut him off? Hag not interested in going that. Instead, she'll just go into Dev and kill him. But Solstice trying to get away now will be totally fun to take with the Stout Shield. Bubbles going to try to cut him off, and might be able to do so, might not. We'll see. Nobody's particularly fast. Rhapsody's here as well, so this could be a double tap if Hag can line this up appropriately. And they're looking for it. Shell Surf off to the side will snipe out Solstice. And they're going to put the Sonar Scream there. 1 auto attack. Will also get the kill on Rhapsody. So try to take the courier out. Not going to happen. Need 1 more auto attack, and that's not going to be enough. So 4-minute ring going to spawn here as well, and Hag will presumably be able to bottle it up and go right back to her lane. That was a nice pick off there from Bubbles, managing to kill Solstice and get revenge for the bloodlust that was inflicted upon him. Shell Surf off to the side as well, and he'll be okay. Permanent Rune is bottled up, and it's just a refreshment in fact, and taken by Hag. Top lane, a regen is being guarded by Puppet Master, and presumably Hag will be looking to pick that up after the Ballista dies. Looking for the hook, not going to happen, as Dev is too late. So Puppet Master roaming fairly heavily. Top lane is notable Swiftblade and Rally going out at both level 5. And obviously both melee heroes, so neither one of them getting any distinct advantage in that matter. Swiftblade looking to open on here on Rally, force him to use his Compel. Just continually putting their ass down. Middle lane Dev continuing to be just mutilated by this Witch Hag. Up top, meanwhile, actually, Rally will go down. Just watch that from the beginning. As a puppet show, plus the spin means death. And Rally had apparently already used the Compel. Not sure why, but not really a good decision to put yourself within puppet show range if your Compel is down. Bubble's going to get caught here by the staccato stuns, but no pulling from Repulsor as he's not using the opposite charges very effectively. He is trying to dive this and get a kill. Shell Surf back though, and they're going to try to turn this on Repulsor. Nice take cover there. Rhapsody's going to actually get the kill as they did not have quite enough to take out Repulsor, so both heroes on the Legion side here are getting very low, but neither of them will die, and Bubbles will pay for that with his life. So aggressive play really there. He had the opportunity to just get away. Instead tried to go for the big play, get one, maybe even 2 kills, but didn't quite work. So well played there to Repulsor and Rhapsody, as they're having a pretty strong lane start so far. Looking at the CS scores, 27 and 9 for this Repulsor in bottom lane, but 37 and 8 for Swiftblade up top, 31 and 0 for Legionnaire in the jungle. So Repulsor's below 300 gold per minute here as a result of his less than substantial creep farm. That's a bit unfortunate, as with the start that he's got, you'd expect, you know, Rhapsody's effective boxing and his essential free farm that he would have a much stronger presence in this lane. But he's missing quite a few CS, and level 6 Repulsor will actually just run away. Is he gonna get... Nope. Not be hit by anything. So, choosing to gank him, but once Repulsor hits 6, it becomes much more difficult to gank. So I'd like to see this Rhapsody start to roam a whole lot. And may in fact try to slip a kill here onto Bubbles, and in the meantime actually drops on top Puppet Show plus the strings and the spin. Nothing he can do about that. Meanwhile, Bubbles on the bottom lane is in a lot of trouble. Doctor coming back in here, not a lot of health. He eliminates there though, and just an easy kill onto Bubbles as he was not able to do really anything with the Invis Solstice jumping in on top of him. So Legion here at a pretty substantial disadvantage, 3k gold and almost 3k gold and 3k experience. But 3 to 5 hero kills, so they're doing what they can to stay in this game. At this point, it's really about you know, issues laning and getting last hits. Shell Surf goes down there, will not hit. Nice sidestep by Repulsor. And he will be okay. Probably needs to get some health here, and is being ferried out of bottle, so he will now have the ability to stay in lane much better than he could before, and Rhapsody can roam. So I was talking about this earlier, but Rhapsody no longer really needed bottom lane, and hopefully that will result in some kills in other lanes. That's what they're looking for here. Dev looking for the setup on the hook. Solstice wants something. Nice hook there. Absolutely beautiful. And Balthazar will pay for that.
The Hellborn destroyed a Legion tower.
So that was a pretty, that was really, really an impressive hook. So bowling boss there on the Devourer. Excellently played, my friend. 8-minute rune going to be spawning here, and it will be top. Refreshment on bottom, the Doctor will take. Haste rune is picked up top, and Rhapsody going to go camp it. Devourer with his own bottle will be bottling it up and perhaps looking for a kill up top. Puppet Master and Swiftblade are both there. Rally is level 6 and he has a Seismic Slam, so I'd like to see a jump here onto the Swiftblade, see if they can do something about his strong start. 450 gold per minute for him. And they probably want to shut him down earlier than as soon as possible. Puppet Show and the strings there, but the Compel is available, so he should be okay. There's that. Swift flashes are up though, and he's looking for the jump. Nice juking around the trees. He's going to just chop down the tree, but there's a staccato stun, and it's going to stop Swiftblade from being able to do anything. Swift flashes will go off. He will get the kill into Rally, but that's going to be a Puppet Master dead, and now he's going to pay for that with a hasty Devourer coming in. So the dive there from way too easy, just a little too much, as he's overextending a bit, trying to get the kill on a Rally, which he eventually does, but they pay for that with both him and the Puppet Master, and a nice gank there, as that was the Strong use of the haste rune picked up by Dev, and I applaud them for it. Hag here perhaps looking for a setup. Bubbles just managing to get away from bottom lane. But there's a port coming in, so they could be looking for a setup onto Dr. Repulsor. Actually, Repulsor will jump in, and that was a bad decision. But Puppet is not going to be in range. Shell Surf goes out there, he will port to it, a couple more auto attacks, and this might be a kill. But Rhapsody's here as well, and they're going to try to turn this around, maybe? Yep. One more auto attack. Nope, nice take cover. Probably still needs 2 autos, and that's not going to happen. Puppet Show there goes onto Rhapsody, plus the ultimate, and that's going to be into Rhapsody in a whole lot of trouble. Attack the Puppet! Attack the Puppet! Staccato Stuns are down there, and the Solstice is coming in, looking for a kill here onto Puppet Master, and he's in a lot of trouble. Ultimate is there, and Puppet's going to drop. So, the turn. First Repulsor coming into Bubbles, then Bubbles and Puppet trying to turn around him, and then the eventual turnaround with Solstice coming in. Cleaning up the kill onto Puppet Master. And a strong play, and it's 7-6 in favor of the Legion team. So, we're seeing some pretty solid teamwork in play here, and I think really the only issue with this team so far has been their ability to CS in lane, and that is the reason for their slightly lower resources. The other one you have to consider is, of course, the fact that Fitzbell has done pretty much nothing. This has essentially been a 4v5 so far, as he's been completely inactive, and he is currently at 370 gold per minute, the second highest farm in the game. Solstice, the highest farmer in the Hellborn team. Oh, that's painful. That was a mistake. So, Bowling Boss here. Earlier great hook on Hag, that was basically just costing the kill. Strider's on Legionnaire, that's new. I wonder if that's just because of the regen and the new ones. But probably shouldn't be. Mid tower going to be heavily pressured here by the Hellborn team. Illusions are up for Hag. And Rhapsody to be in a lot of trouble. Will get hooked back in. The Legionnaire is going to get eaten by Devourer. Rhapsody's still going to fall off to the side as the Cup Bill goes down. They're trying to finish up this Legionnaire, but a Bat Blast onto 2. Rally is here. Looking at the strings on Solstice. Devourer's in a lot of trouble. He's going to drop first. Tower goes down. Compel doesn't actually hit anything. And Wretched Hag going to try to turn this onto Solstice. He's in a lot of trouble. Cellsurf gets hit there. Seismic Slam does not hit anything. And Rally going to be in a lot of trouble as well. Hag jumping in once again. Demoralizing Roar gets put down, but we'll see if they can do anything. Charge comes in. Taunt is available. Strings are there as well, and that's going to be easy to kill. Port is away. Dr. Repulsor here looking for a jump onto something, but it is not going to find it. So once Fitzbell on that Legionnaire shows up, all of a sudden things look a lot better. Nice Swift Slash is there onto Rhapsody, and she's just screwed. Pretty much nothing she can do about that. And so, like I was saying before, it was a 7-6 hierarchical lead for the Legion, but it was essentially a 4v5. And now that Fitzbell has made his presence felt, it's been pretty substantially in favor of the Hellborn team, getting 6 kills there, 5 kills there, something like that in a row without losing anybody. Regen Rune here will be picked up by Repulsor, but he's going to be silenced, and he might actually be in some trouble. Nope. He will, in fact, be totally okay, and we'll be able to use that Regen Rune, so actually a nice swipe there. Hook in, will grab Bubbles, well done, and the ultimate goes off. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Rally actually dies in the top lane. Shell Surf there doesn't go over the cliff. So Biver tries to live, but it's not going to happen. Rally died up here in the top lane. Probably not really worth reviving or rewinding, as I assume. Swiftblade just killed him with Puppet, yeah. So, Bowling Boss here on the Devourer. Looking pretty solid. Early game items here, not too much in the way of stuff for the Legion side. Solstice going to be in the Sanitary. It's a bit of an interesting choice there. I do not disapprove. Not something I think we see too often, but Nonetheless, an interesting decision. Obviously, one of the higher risk items that does hurt you. Solstice is going to initiate here onto Bubbles. And he will take a bunch of auto attacks, but shouldn't actually die. He's going to draw a port. Kelpfield goes down to the Solstice, though. Will take the stun. That's good, actually. I like seeing that. It doesn't happen nearly enough, and he's just going to run away as a result. If they catch you on the edge of that Kelpfield, a lot of times people will just sit in it and try to not take the stun. But if you're that far away already, then oftentimes just taking the stun. Inside of the Slambear onto Puppet Master. He's going to put the Puppet Show down, though. And Repulsor going to run in there. We'll finish off Puppet Master. Solstice going to jump here onto Bubbles. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Bat Blast actually hits 3, but that's going to be an easy kill on the Bubbles. Double tap for the Legion team, and Hag now perhaps in some trouble. Going to try to finish off Solstice. Not going to happen. Ultimate goes down. She will be able to blink away and pops the Invis rune, so she's going to be just fine. She's going to look for a kill here on Solstice. Sonar Scream and then blink. Sonar Scream and then blink. There it is. Jump in here by Devourer, or not Devourer, but Legionnaire. Easy kill there onto Rhapsody. Already has his portal key. Devourer coming in here, and perhaps looking for a hook. Hag off to the side. Gonna try to jump over here, but Devourer will eat Legionnaire. The spin on top of him, and the Puppet Show is gonna be Devourer's death, as well as Repulsors. And Hag able to take him out. And that's basically what the problem is here for the Legion team. Is we've got 3 heroes on the Hellborn side above 400 gold per minute. And none of them are heroes that you want to be above 400 gold per minute. Stacks get cleaned up. This will be a bot tower push. And should be the last tier 1 tower taken down in favor of the Hellborn.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
So we'll see where Hellborn chooses to, or Legion chooses to go from here. Swiftblade, it's notable, did pick up a Rune Cleaver, so he's going for more of the farm build. I like that decision. His farm up top was extremely strong, and he can definitely do that sort of thing. And now he needs to run, needs to activate the Blade Frenzy. Looking for the Swift Slashes here. There it finally goes, and we'll get Rhapsody super easily. Blade Frenzy's there as well. Kelpfield goes down to the Solstice. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Tries to Sun Bubbles, will get it, but that's not going to prevent him from dying. And Rally will just run away, so Swifty with the ultimate just being like, yeah, come at me, bro. Hag looking for the Grimoire here, has the ultimate orb on top of the Light Brand. Puppet Master, sorry, not Puppet Master, I think he just bought something. I don't know what. And obviously we talked about Lego with the Blink, has his helm as well. Probably looking for Mystic Vestments at some point. And eventually into the Shaman's Headdress and very possibly the Barrier Idol. Hag clearly went the farming route as well, so Hellborn are sort of gearing for this to be a longer game. Which they don't really have to do. Legionnaire going to jump in here onto 2, Bat Blast onto 3, Spell and Shell Surge is taking everything out. Devour going to be the last one to 12. Grab also run here at 0 to 12, but there's the Puppet Show, and he's going to take too much damage to live. Ends up being a 4 for nothing as the coordination from the Hellborn is becoming apparent. Now, these are some players that have played with each other for a long time, so they know each other pretty well, and they're going to do that sort of thing. Especially if they have the massive initiation from Legionnaire that was. Everybody grouped up, Shell Surf onto 3, Bat Blast onto 3, just 3 super easy kills, and then Repulsor jumping in after most of his team was dead. Probably not a good decision, but you can understand, wanting to get those kills, feeling like, oh, all their spells are down.
Destroyed a Legion tower.
But they still had the Puppet Master CC. Bottom lane looking for a jump here on the Hag. Probably not going to find it. Solstice running off to the side, but Puppet Master's here as well. Illuminate will catch Puppet. And they will back off. Bottom tower being pressured here a little bit, but not killed. Middle tower has taken a bit of damage, and obviously the top secondary fell earlier to Swiftblade. Ancient stacking here from Legionnaire. Meanwhile, off to the side, Hag is going to find Rhapsody, and She was presumably trying to stack as well. That's just not going to be a good situation. Rally going to compel in on top of the Seismic Slant, immediately stop the puppet show. Kelfield is there as well. He's just screwed. Devourer hook looking for, but it's not going to be good, and now he's going to be in some trouble as Swiftblade's looking for the opening onto him. He has a Swift Slash available, but gets devoured first, and that's not going to save him. As Devourer falls also, so 3 quick kills for the Hellborn side as they continue to do this. Just consistently grouping up and finding multiple kill opportunities. Solstice finished the Insanitarius, and it's good for him. But not sure that's going to help too much. Repulsor is hanging up like boat. Legionnaire going to jump in here onto Solstice. Nice stun there, will stop the initiation. And Shellsurf won't connect on anything. Hashtag is invis. We'll spot out Solstice and Rally. As well as Devourer. Puppet Show goes down. And because Hag was invis, it didn't actually do anything. So, bit of a misplay there, but oh well.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion
Bot tower
tower.
drops the Swiftblade. As the entire Legion team is grouped up here to try to defend their mid tower. Hag gonna run away here a bit. Notable that Hellborn have lost precisely 0 towers, and really only one of them is even half dead. So Legion reduced to 1 outer tower. Hellborn have been reduced to 6 outer towers. Reduced to. And they've got 3 heroes over 500 gold per minute. The farm is strong in these ones. Oh no, Lego Fort fell below 500 GPM. What a failure. So the road back here for the Legion team is probably non-existent. 25k gold, 26k experience. And it's just not going to happen. And they may not know that because it's 10 to 25, so they may feel like, oh, we're more in this than we are. But the fact of the matter is, this is one of those games where hero kill score is extremely deceptive. We've seen a lot of games that are actually more even than this, with a more lopsided hero kill score. You don't often see the ability to resource control that the elite Hellborn side has demonstrated this game. I mean, 500 plus GPM on 3 separate heroes, 20 minutes into the game is pretty fantastic. That's not something that you see very often. So the Legion may be feeling like, oh, they can do this. Hag will blug away, and Repulsor are going to try to chase her continuously, but that's not a good idea. She's level 17, and it's not going to result in a kill, buddy. And he eventually does back off. Hag perhaps not feeling like she's had enough, though. Notable, she's also got another ultimate orb, so perhaps looking for a sheepstick here. Swiftblade looking for the Dawnbringer on top of the Abyssal Skull. Bubbles has gotten his portal key. Staff of the Master on Legionnaire. So a bit of a troll item there. Jump in. Nope, not going to find anybody. Compel forward, and Demoralizing Roar. Not a good idea there. Puppet Master going to get hooked in, but he puts the Puppet Show down into the Devour before he can get the ultimate up. Ultimate coming out from Solstice. Going to hit a bunch of stuff. Ultimate immediately cancelled by Rhapsody, but it killed himself amazingly by Devour. Swiftblade jumping in, killing everything. Rally going to drop off at that. And there goes Solstice and Rhapsody as well. Dr. Repulsor still alive.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Repulsor jumping in here, gonna try to get a kill onto somebody, but the Legionnaire is gonna.
It is mine. Genocide.
Oh, there's a ward over here. But I guess Repulsor was like, yeah, that guy's super low, maybe I can pick him off, but of course the joke is, you can't. 33k gold, 34k experience. I think this is the biggest lead we've seen in this tournament so far. And in terms of raw numbers, at least. Perhaps in terms of percentage stats, not so much. Up top, meanwhile, Rhapsody gets picked off once again, as it's just a matter of Legionnaire being hello. He just executed her from like 2/3, 3/4 health. She has 800 health. And that kill is below 600. So yeah, he can kill her if she has 3/4 of her health. Yeah. And, I mean, this is just a game that should be CC'd. Puppet Show goes down there onto Repulsor. We'll see if they initiate further. It's not going to happen, and now the CC tools are down, but Legionnaire is jumping into the back room going, yeah, I want some of that. Kelp will into 2. No, Solstice Ultimate will have hit a few, but Swiftblade doesn't care because he's magic immune, and they'll get the kill on both Repulsor and Devourer. Repulsor will buy back. They're looking for kill on Legionnaire here. He's going to get the kill on Rally first, and then trying to run away. Last auto attacks will actually finish him off in the tower. Ultimate from Rhapsody will stop all aggression out on Solstice, but she's not going to pay for that, and he's going to die anyway. So, not super helpful. Repulsor jumping back in here. We'll try to get the Catalyst kit on the Swiftblade, but he's going to Blade Frenzy away and port, so he should be fine. And the Puppet Show going down there onto Repulsor. He's going to take a lot of damage. Silence is there as well, and that's an easy call. CC vote goes down, and that's the game. So,
Hellborn wins.
Hellborn pretty clearly taking a substantial victory over here over a team that they're just better than. And well played to them. Strong draft. Not a huge surprise. And that'll do it for this game.